First down for Sanders, and he drops it off for Dominic Richardson on a screen. The opening catch for Richardson with Ika, the defensive lineman, in front of him. Braden Johnson is their leading targeted guy, as this is to him. Very timely. They snap this at 24 on the play clock. And there's pressure from the backside.
This has been a battle for Taylor this year, a first-time starter. So much focus on the perimeter. Fell to the ground.
Here, a quick release this time. He's got Brennan Presley.
He takes advantage.
Into Baylor territory. Sanders to throw again. Double clutch, and this one is whistle standing this year. Dylan Doyle, the Iowa transfer, in the secondary in a moment as Richardson gets bottled up. Gabe Hall was in the line. If so, very savvy. Third down and 3. It's a run for Dominic Richardson and a first down for Oklahoma. It is Sanders on the run, breaking to the outside, and there's the... Sanders, quick release, little sidewinder, and he's got it to...
Wants to pick on and burdens the defense.
Sanders didn't get a block that time. It is Richardson dodging and driving the legs, and he is back to the sideline for Sanders. Oh, he's going to run, and he is drilled immediately. This is
going over the top. He's got all the beef inside. Ika dives at the kneecaps to allow Jones.
It's Walcott up to the line, and Oklahoma State will run. The initial hit by Jackson Player. Sanders turned the corner on Maxwell, and he ends. Third down 4. Sanders a lob for the end zone. And they run outside on first down with Richardson. It's hard to
target inside, teeing off on you.
Wow, there's the contact, and there's the spin for Richard. They'll run it again and right into the teeth of... There's a throw, and it's incomplete for John Bate. Sanders scanning. Sanders throwing to the sideline. Beautiful peg by Sanders. Now they want to take the shot. This side and bat it away. Confidence of Spencer Sanders spiking. And you see it there with that throw as John Paul Richardson now has this catch to the 3rd and 5. Another quick hitter, just the other direction, and that is red. Of coaching for him. Extremely successful program, and they run it again. Richardson to the 40-yard line and driving through.
Moment to work.
Iowa State got 66 yards rushing all last week. Braden Johnson here.
Sanders beat last time.
It's a run, and it's Richardson, and he is met by Doyle.
Say it all from Dylan Doyle. Search, seek, destroy.
Is this the same?
Do it, number 0.
Special teamer for a couple years, now thrust into a starting role as Spencer Sanders gets them out of that end zone in the shadow of the goal. Dominic Richardson, who lost a shoot. Sanders, quick throw, and that's batted away. Second down for Sanders. Pressure coming. He got out of it and climbs out of the pocket. Gets to the outside, got a block from Schultz, and a
conscious with their rush. Look at, you're going to see Ika right in the middle drive into Spencer Sanders. But this is the wild card. This is Max Duggan. This is Adrian Martinez. This is today's Big 12. A tremendous block down the field. But the wild card and the X factor of his dynamic legs.
Schultz, a former walk-on to Cowboy back, is absolutely level into Cowboy back, and then from walk-on to scholarship. He's seen it all. Second down. Pressure flushes Sanders to the outside again, and he's willing to trot. Receivers out. Stephon Johnson is checked in to the top of the screen, and this is a throw that way, and it's Brock Heward there. Hang on, we got 3:43 to go in the first half. Sanders to throw. Oh my goodness.
This was Jalen Petrie's position a season ago, who was flat out elite. And you can see the club on the right hand there. Gracious.
He ran right through John Paul Richardson to make that play. As this is Presley. He's across midfield. He's backpedaling. And it's a handoff. Little delay there. And it is DeAndre. I also wonder when Dave Aranda might use timeouts, or if he would, as Sanders gets out of a closing pocket and runs. Just as you said, he's out of back.
Collapse all around him. The oxygen is sucked out of the room, but he's got the wiggle. He's got the elusiveness to run through a rare missed tackle there by Matt Jones and pick up a first.
Easy toss outside Presley. The drive continues. Sanders, quick toss outside the other way. John Paul Richardson in.
Alert for number 3 runner.
Sanders whips it wide, caught by Presley inside the 50.
Underneath this and close down that speed and space, he can't. Look at all of the space to the top of the field.
That was the 7th catch for Presley. They're on him this time on a possible screen. It's Sanders running, couple of pump fakes, and he stayed all 3 timeouts as well. There's a first down available. It is Richardson driving the lane for Oklahoma State against Baylor, and Spencer Sanders.
To be an offensive guard or defensive lineman, I mean, that is a
outstanding from Chapin. Sanders will double clutch. He does have Dominic Richardson, and he travels forward.
Play well.
Outstanding effort game management-wise at the end of the first half to get
the downs in America, and they're running right at him.
Richardson laterally this time, dropping the Harrison Green, the motion man. Sanders flowing the other direction, and he is stood up and dropped by.
He will slow play this, and his buddy Doyle will come over to help clean it up too. Those 2 eyes right on number 3.
Sanders,
this is so good by one of the rare veterans they have on the back end of that defense. He knows by that stacked alignment.
A lot of picks though. Spencer Sanders, we'll see if here we go again creeps in. Looks like no. Downfield to the sideline. Oh! First and goal from the 1 for Oklahoma State. They will run, they will.
Right in the middle here. Maybe an accounting firm, as they have to account for a lot of mass and they move it multiple times now. And I think you asked.
Tailback for the Cowboys, the freshman. And it's Sanders for John Paul Richardson.
An enviable position as a slot receiver catching this bubble. Counting on your peers to do their job.
2nd and 11. It's a reverse. It is Richardson. He wants to throw, and he's got a wide open man. First and goal, Oklahoma State. They will run. And Richardson going 1990s. Sanders bails out, wants to throw, giving ground, turning the corner on Jones. And he lives for
counting on the eyes of these Baylor defenders, committing to all of the damage that's been done between the guards. But they don't lose contain, they don't lose leverage. And I'm going to guess you got 3 feet.
With 1 on the play clock. Handoff juggled by Richardson, and he's down. Baylor closes in now. 17 minutes plus to go in this thing. Richardson is down. 2nd down. It's a short toss, and it's Richardson hit by Jones.
We have seen this multiple times. It starts with starting an edge so your buddies can come and fly like Matt.
Sanders. He wants it all, and he's got the first. Will go Richardson, little juke, and he is stood up. And a 33-25 as we set sail for the 4th. Spencer Sanders, a screen. Richard.
You're going to see Ika here. He is trying to chase down this screen. A wonderful open field tackle in awareness here. If Williams does not make that tackle, that's out the gate.
All on that defensive line. Jackson player as well. It's Sanders flowing to the right. Spencer Sanders nicely fought.
Back to this 9 carries in the opening half for Sanders. Very few time of possession in the third quarter, putting the ball in his hands and trusting his decision making.
Richardson hit by Randolph and 2nd and 6. He wrote it for a moment. Now Sanders is hit. What a series for Garmin Randolph.
6'7" is Randolph, and this is the advantage of having length. You hear it talked about all the time. It's why they measure those arms and that wingspan.
Sanders feels the pressure, throws it, and this is...
See the route inside, clear out the space. They use Presley to open up this in cut, and it is a nice throw, giving. I have no idea.
That is the best kind of game to watch. It is Ollie Gordon, the freshman, and he's knocked down at the third.
Pound the ball.
It's probability for Baylor, and it's Ollie Gordon on the run. He stood up. Sanders, this side, Johnson. He's got the
green turf right here. So anything you can do to freeze the eyes of linebackers and safeties and then slingshot it.
And a half to go. Freshman Ollie Gordon getting a lot of run, breaking a tackle. Gordon a little high step. And
Oklahoma State goes tempo, but sealing the edge here on outside zone of your own. Run.
Yes, it is. Ollie Gordon switching back into Doyle, gain of 4.
So when you...
Gordon to the short side. Ball is down. Nobody knew it. And there it sounded like an... Morgan punched it out. Yeah, that's Johnson. Gordon out. Richardson in. And down to the is in view. You get a little extra, and there's a pick and a big spot. Here's a run for Richard. Gundy, a quarterback at Oklahoma State. They will run on 2nd and 3, and that's Richardson looking for the first down, and he got it.
About 8 times today.
Tough.
Yeah, when you're running against this group of physical linebackers, the size and the mass and the legs never, ever quit today.
Baylor doesn't use a timeout. They likely will after this play. And Richardson hit behind the... Spencer Sanders has it in his hand, and he will just slide down.